Oh, you're wearing your hubby out, huh? Monique, you need to let him sleep every once in a while. Not only do you... Oh, thank you for the love you. Nice.
Callaway and Rosedale, there is a Dollar Tree.
Where did you pass Callaway now? Oh, wait.
Oh, I think the Dollar Trees are closed though. It's 9:27. Don't they close at like 8 or 9? Oh no, some close at 10. The one on Callaway closes at 10. The one on White Lane closes at 10.
Good morning. I gotta turn my light on.
Alright, close that.
Oh. Hold on a minute. I gotta turn my light on.
Well, the other one's closed at 8 or 9. Then you forgot to
Hold on, I'll get back. I gotta go to the outhouse.
The officer said the RP called back and said stop calling him and leave him alone. It's my cane, I can't help it.
There's stuff in the bottom of it or
No,
something.
it's just a loose cup holder because my can is so
Loose
skinny.
nut? Oh.
Oh yeah, look how thin my can is.
There was a couple chases that started to take off.
I wonder if they ever found that van thing again after we went home. I lost it a couple times. How's it going, Derry?
Marge bringing out the nosy crew.
Right, Evelyn?
I'm sorry, but I had to make a quick outhouse run. Today is January the 14th, I believe. It's Sunday. Local time is 12:40. Oh. Oh.
Is he all of a sudden he's gonna be a big talker now?
So good morning. Good morning. It quit snowing here in southern Indiana, the county of Clark. I think maybe a half an inch. But, you know, I ain't going to go out there with a tape measure and measure it. So, I check an email I sent to somebody. Way this good-looking lady talk. She's been on YouTube a long time, this and that. Instead of 50, 1,000. 1,000 plus a whole lot of people to subscribe and view it. But I swear I read 50. So, I don't know. But like I say, I'm not going to make any money, it looks like, for at least a year. You know how long it'll take you to get 1,000 subscribers? A long time. So, man, that's a whole lot of videos and a whole lot of talking. So, you all need to help me out. So, I swear I read 50 when I started YouTube. But, it's stupid. But, like I say, I can't hardly do any live streams in my car unless I get a donation for gasoline. So, there's a problem with that. So you have to send some kind of donation where I can do live streams in my car. And I got maybe about half a tank of gas. So, I don't know. Should I keep going on? Because I don't see anybody chatting. Since I put Twitch on it, I would have had, the person said I need another device, but with this cell phone, it's set up for Twitch and YouTube. But how do you know if somebody comes on? Unless they make a chat. So that's something, is it worth it? If I need 1,000, I'd die before I get 1,000 people. Who want to listen to an idiot that only talks? I don't, to me, but, when people's out in their vehicle and do their live stream and they talk, they bring you car wrecks, this and that. But when you're on a fixed income, right now it's impossible for me to go live streaming during the day unless I need to get out. And I've been looking out the window because when a county truck comes up the road, the yellow lights are flashing. Now, I haven't seen any, so. But the state of Indiana, they call NDOT, I know they've been out. So, is it worth an old man and all this to be on YouTube and Twitch? So, that's, I gotta think about it. I would love to do live stream in my car. Show you. I'll probably have to use my other temporary thing to put my cell phone in when I go in the grocery stores, dollar store, family dollar store, Then I take it off, take it out of it, and put it back in the window and plug it in. But I swear I read it, you need 50 subscribers, but this person said 100, but I seen people maybe have a couple of hundreds. I don't know. But I know you get tired of me asking for donations. If any of you want to chat, just chat. I'm here for, listen to you if you're lonely. I know there's some lonely women out there. I try to look at my live stream on Twitch. It told me how long I was on there. And I think one person viewed it, so I just don't know. But hit that subscribe bell, then hit it again and get all notifications. Hit the thumbs up, share it with your friends.
I've done some spot treatment on it, and I'm doing some spot treatment here on 335. It's holding snow here and there.
And NDOT went out 60 like you're going into Salem. And I think they just say 335. But as far as night videos, I don't think I'll be able to do that. It'd be impossible because it'll be dark. Because I live out in the country. There's no street lights like you do in the big cities. So, I'm doing a whole lot of thinking. I can't go out and waste my gas when I'm not getting more people, from that hitting the bell. So I must be doing something wrong.
How did the bypass look? Did it need treated the whole thing, or
so,
was it just spot
I don't know. I got to do some more thinking.
If you wanted to treat it from the roundabout to the 50,
I guess
that'd be the
maybe the way this young lady talked about it's the views and 1,000. I've seen people with less than 1,000. But I believe her. You gotta trust people. But like I say, she been into YouTube a lot longer than I have. And she has live streamed, this and that. And Bravo Media is on right now. I watch another one, and they plan to go to a football game tomorrow, and they out of Bakersfield, but it's Bakersfield Live or Bakersfield something. So, if you want me to do live streams in my automobile. I need gas money, and I'm not lying. So, like RD on the scene talk about the money shot. Does he get paid extra money for the money shot? You know, I don't understand all this stuff. So, you can tell the winter changing. Usually I catch a little cold by switching temperature. When I go outside, I got my socks and shoes on, got my jacket on, got my toboggan on. So, this is a thing I go through every year. I get a little cold. And like this. But I wish my baby quit sitting on my lap. So, I guess Madison police need a tow truck. And they won't come out because of the weather. What's the use of having a tow truck if you ain't going out in this weather? I've seen people that had chains on their tow trucks and stuff like that because the roads would be slick. So I want to say hi to everybody on Twix, or Twix. I want to say hi to everybody on YouTube. I want to say hi to Texas Angel. I believe she's in Bakersfield, California. She knows what I look like, but I don't know. But I'm just got a picture of mine. She's very good looking. She looks like the queen. But, you know, people can fool you. Like I said, Saturday morning, I got up about 11 o'clock, I think. Somewhere around that time frame. The kitty cats had to wait till I got out there to feed them. So, you know, it's weird. I told you my life story.
And turn around there at that little side road right out of the bypass, and then go back to 135 South.
They must be around Salem, or they talk about a roundabout. I know they got one in Salem. They got one in Charlestown. I think they got one up around Indianapolis, maybe Carmel, Indiana, I think. Them roundabouts, to me, is nuts. Who are the idiots allow roundabouts to be shot? You know, that's just an old saying. I can't see the point of it. You know, that's just me. Maybe because I'm an old geezer.
Adam 1830. I don't know where you're at, but I'm right here at 31 Sodersburg. I can start that way.
So, I haven't heard of any wrecks close by to me, but I got snow all over my car. Maybe it looks like a ½ inch. That's what it looks like. But since today's Sunday, I don't have to go anywhere. And when I get up, I turn my TV on and go to my church station and watch the preacher talk and all this. So that'd be pretty good. Or maybe go to YouTube on my TV and watch the Friday's Bob and Tom show. I like to listen to Buck and Clay. That used to be the old Rush Limbaugh radio station. I have fun listening to them, but they only on Monday through Friday, I guess 12 to 3. I'm just trying to think. And I was all, don't think too hard. But that's okay. But maybe she right, even on my computer. But I need a HDR card. A computer got the best HDR card. Most RAM you can get in a laptop. And I guess a hard drive. So, but the thing about it, since I add Twitch to up there, I don't see the little thing up there that tells me when people comes in. So, that'd be kind of the problem. Like I say, I'm new at this. I should have read more about YouTube. Like I said, I swear it said 50 subscribers. But I've been thinking, I watched the Crockers, or Coffee with the Crockers. I think he had 3 different YouTube channels. They ain't counting his fiance who's a nurse. Why couldn't I get that lucky and get a girlfriend who's a nurse? A doctor? There's no way I could find a single doctor. They make more money than I do, so even a nurse would make more money than I would. I hate to be alone. I know I got my cats and this and that. So, that'd be the thing.
That's correct. Exactly.
In case I fall asleep, you might hear my scanner until I wake up and have to go to the outhouse. Or I could say the head. Only way you know what the head is if you
324 Vest Road, Henryville. Alternative Victor Edward Sam Tom.
Somebody shooting a gun or fireworks or a fuse blowing, in Henryville, Indiana area around Vestro, which I don't know where it is. I know where it is in Charlestown, but not Henryville. I'm not going to look it up because I'm on my cell phone. So I'm still going to ask for donations. So.
4 subjects outside. Heard 4 weeks ago.
It's too cold to be outside, people. What are you doing outside at this time of morning? Lordy, I'm sitting in bed. The temperature is sitting on 69. To me, that's comfortable. I got Sox's baby blanket on the bed, and he's sleeping. I think he's getting the hint not to sleep on my belly, 'cause I like to turn. Well, my sensor right now by FedEx is in Louisville, Kentucky. And why would they send it to Louisville, Kentucky? They got a FedEx in Jeffersonville at the Port of Indiana. But, you know, it was supposed to have been here today. Because Freestyle Liber 2 people said, you'll have it in 24 hours. And, you know, when it's medical stuff you need, you know, do I need an ASP? Yes and no. But I had another sensor which I wasn't supposed to put on for another 11 days. You know, I shave on my, you know, where it's supposed to go, because I put it in my left arm. And I got to be careful when I get in the bathtub. It says you can get it wet. Man, if I didn't wash my arm, it'd be dirty, you know what. So I got to check my antenna connection outside. I got to get a new cable wire, you know, maybe 75 feet. That way I can climb up there and unscrew the old one and screw it into the splitter, which I should have got a longer piece where I could just run it through the wall into my preamp for my, you know, outside antenna. But I wasn't thinking, because, you know, I get bored. If I didn't have radio or TV or police scanner, I'd be going nuts. I probably would call 988 because it gets lonely. When I first moved out to the country, I bet I didn't sleep for a few days. All these weird sounds, then the train going by, blowing its whistle. I had to get used to these country sounds. You figure, since it's cold outside, I wouldn't have any flies. But it's time to put up some more fly traps. Oh, that's Wildcat sleeping on my belly. I don't know why she hasn't learned, but why does kitty cats have to lay on my belly? I tell you something about Timothy McGee. That's the newest inside tomcat. I thought he was a female cat, but I guess he was too young or wasn't quite developed yet. And every time my son goes in there to use the bathroom and sit down, Timothy McGee jumps on his lap. You know the problem with that, when you get done, you got to use some TP. He puts Timothy McGee down on the floor as soon as he gets ready, Timothy McGee jumped back up on his lap. I forgot to get donuts when we was out Friday. But it's not worth going to the JC store getting some donuts. I don't even know if Dollar Store has cinnamon rolls.
I'm going 1023 with 2 county units.
So, I guess state police and Clark County 2 deputies out that address on Best Road in the Henryville area. See, that's why I need my computer where I can live stream. But maybe I can get my son to check with Best Buy and see if you can buy a HDR graphic board. Like I say, I don't know what a laptop looks like inside. I'm afraid to find out. Because there's a whole lot of parts in a laptop compared to a desktop. I know you can get a graphics card when I found online for a desktop, but I didn't see any for a laptop.
4245.
And anybody that's on here, either Twitch or YouTube, hello,
Can you buy some of these fryers?
yes, I can read the chat. I know I'm going to pronounce your name, Chato. Cheeto?
4245.
Yep, I can read it. Thank you very much for checking in.
Where's that at now?
Like I say, I'm in my 70s, retard, bored to death. I got probably 20 outside cats. Mama and 4 of her babies, well, they're not babies, they're growing cats, and they got babies. So Mama cats are grandma. They probably in their doghouse with the heat lamp in it.
Yeah, I guess we got to take care of that now. The little entrance ramp.
Yeah, I got 20 cats. That's outside.
I've never heard that. Yeah, I'll take care of that.
And inside, I got, in my living room kitchen area, I got 4 tomcats. In my bedroom, I got the oldest tomcat, that's Socks. And I guess that's 3, 5, I guess I got 6 female cats in my bedroom. But, you know, let's see if I can figure out how to turn my camera around. Okay, there's Socks. And that, it's either Alex or Margaret. Margaret. This is Blackie. That's Wildcat's baby. And up on top of my TV, the yellow one is Kathy. And there's a Wildcat, which she lost some hair. I don't know how come. Some of my cats lose their hair and it comes back thicker. And I think the other cat up there, where you see that red light and green light, is Nancy. Nancy and Kathy is Margaret baby, and Alexi, that's Margaret's baby. She looks like Margaret. So, but I don't know if you heard me, but we got some snow. It been raining. When I woke up Saturday morning, we just had like dust in the snow.
Go towards McDonald's off the square, and you'll hit 135 south. You go past Circle K.
Oh, it must be over in Salem. The state highway people are working on snow. Salem, Indiana is kind of west of Scottsburg on 56. They got a asphalt racetrack and over there, and we got a racetrack. They call it Sports Dome Speedway in Clarksville, Indiana, right there close to I-65. And last year, the guy owned Sports Dome Speedway up in Scott County. They got the 4-H Fairgrounds, which they got a dirt track, and they call that I-65 track. Scottsburg, Scott County, Indiana, if you look, I don't know how you can tell how big Scott County is, but if you know anything about police scanners and you use radio reference, you can click on that site for Indiana and you look at Scott County. Scott County is not really that big. You got a sheriff's department, you got a town square, city police. A few miles north of Scottsburg, Indiana, you got Austin, which I think is smaller than Scottsburg. And you go farther north on the highway from Austin, I think Crothersville, and I think Seymour. Seymour is about that 50-mile marker. Where you from, my friend?
Bypass off 56.
Yeah, 10-4, 135 limited treatment.
I'll tell you about the part of Indiana I'm from. I'm in the south part. I'm real close to Louisville, Kentucky. I'm about 6 to 18 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky, if you follow I-65 north. And if you ever bet on race horses, you know where Louisville, Kentucky is, because they got the Kentucky Derby, I believe, in May, I think. And they also have an air show. They call it Thunder Over Louisville. I guess that makes the national TV shows, I'm guessing. I don't know, since I live where I live. It's one of the local TV stations. I don't know if it's ABC, CBS, I forget which one it is. That's usually before the Kentucky Derby. You have air shows. You got the Army paratroopers jumping out of the planes. Sometimes they're landing in the water or on a barge. They have usually 2 to 3 barges as fireworks. Yeah, and they got an antique bridge. It's older than I am. I call it the 2nd Street Bridge, but I think it's Clark Memorial Bridge. They usually close it down a few days where they can put the fireworks on that. Like icicles where they go down. Then the National Guard, I guess, from Kentucky, bring their howitzers and set them off, during the, at night when they have the fireworks. Like I say, you can go to Thunder Over Louisville website. They tell you exactly what day it is. Maybe it's in April. I know it's before Kentucky Derby. And find out if they have Thunder Over Louisville that you can watch on the TV there. It's one of the biggest fireworks in this area. You know, when my kids was little, I used to take them down there. They didn't have that many outhouses, if you know what an outhouse is. And sometimes, you know, you're waiting in line, you waiting and waiting to find somebody comes out and you really get in there. But now they got more outhouses, you know, plenty to use. They got a motel you can rent out for Thunder Over Louisville, but you usually have to do that a year in advance. You know, but it might be on some radio stations. I don't know, but they got some nice air shows. They got some P-51 Mustangs, F-35s, some Apache helicopters. I think one year they had that airplane that it takes off like a helicopter. Then they had some Hueys. And the one got the double blades on it, front and back. They have them. Sometimes you had the Blue Angels. They show up. And I forget the other ones. It's not the Blue Angels. Usually got both of them. Then you have this old plane. He does things on that I've never seen done in their airplane. I probably get sick and pass out. So I'll tell you a little something about me. I'm in bad health. I got sugar diabetes. When I went to the doctor on the 3rd of January, my A1C was down to 5.2, which months before that, maybe 3 months before that, it was maybe 5.7. It has been high as 7, if you know anything about diabetes. And I got high blood pressure. I had 4 heart attacks. And the last one was probably, it was after my mom died. She died, I think, 2016, 15, somewhere. I spent a week in the hospital. I had 40% blockage, so you need to take care of yourself. I don't know how old you are. I'm taken by your name. Maybe you're a male or a female. I don't know. So, you know, just take care of your body. And if you know what I'm using to live stream, I'm using what they call Prism Live Studio, which I got it on my iPhone. I've seen, and I watched this other YouTuber, which he's helped me out quite a bit on my cell phone, trying to figure out how to do the landscape mode. and I got Twitch, I guess you call it. But before I clicked on it, I should have looked if they had TikTok, because I am on TikTok and YouTube. And people say, well, you go to Facebook. I will not use Facebook because they violate the United States First Amendment rights. If you're against the Democrats, they put you in Facebook jail. Until somebody buys that, like they did Twitter. You know, I am on Twitter, but I don't know if it's under my name or something else. You know, I get to the point sometimes I can't remember. But you can look at my videos on YouTube. You know, I'm just starting to learn to live stream or upload some videos and using this Prism Live Studio setup. And some is not too bad. If you live in the USA, and you might buy a house, I don't know what it is in countries, but here in the USA, we got what they call USDA. That's based on your income. That's who I bought a house, you know, had to fill out some applications and this and that. So, but it could be a fast process or a long process. It took me probably a year to all the paperwork to get this house in the boondocks, which I got about an acre of grass. I got a question. You know anything about laptop computers? I got this HP laptop. I got Prism on that.
Did you find any evidence of any
I don't have a hard drive, but whenever they use it for a hard drive. When I bring up Prism on my computer, I know it, I figure it says HDR non-compatible. I'm taking that's the graphics card. And like I say, I don't know that much. I can turn a computer on. I can turn it off. I can use a search engine. I can update the apps on the computer. But as far as a graphics card, I don't know. But I got this HP laptop from Best Buy. Let's see if I can reach over there and see. I guess the model number of it is NVLQ031K. It's an HP laptop. But I have looked at Best Buy. That's a place in Clarksville, Indiana. It's about 15 to 20 miles south of where I live. So, you know, I know if I go in there and ask them, you know, about computers, they're there to make money. They might not know anything about computers. I might have to go to Best Buy Computer Geeks, but they're there to make money. If they don't sell anything, they don't make a commission. Who's meowing? Is that you, Margaret? Huh? I know it's not Blackie. I know it's not Alex. It's Margaret making her little funny sound. So I want to thank you for coming up here chatting. I don't know if you're on YouTube. I guess YouTube. I guess because... So if you don't make a donation, I understand if you don't have any money, but since I don't have that many subscribers on YouTube, I don't get any money. I live on a fixed income. You know, I pay my bills first. What's left, it's kind of like in an escrow account. I can't spend it unless it's necessary. And gasoline in my area, you know, Scottsburg, which is about 5 to 10 miles north of me, it's less than $3 a gallon. In Charlestown, Indiana, where I used to live, Friday it was $3.03 a gallon. But I have done a couple of live streams in my car. I use this when I have my other phone. I guess, you put your phone, you can clip it on your belt or your shirt, but you turn your phone around, use the front of your camera to do your videos while you're driving. I can't see any chats or texts. And somebody anonymously, when I went to the post office Friday, I had a cell phone thing. You could attach your cell phone to it and put it on your dash. So I can do a better video, but if you want to donate anything, you can use my name, Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box number 1. Hello, Dexter. And Spider behind you. No, I think it's a fly. Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111 if you want to make a donation. Hello, Dexter. How you doing? I'm coming to you from southern Indiana, which I'm about 16 to 18 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky. If you heard of the Kentucky Derby, I think they have a Kentucky Derby race in May, I believe. I finally figured out how to get Twitch to work on my cell phone. Every time I start doing this and that, I screw everything up, and I got to figure out how to do everything. But I watch a whole lot of YouTube videos from Bakersfield, California, like A1 Media, RD on the Scene, places like that. And A1 Media is using the iPhone, the same program I'm using. I'm using the Prison Mobile app on my cell phone. Now, if that was a spider, you see me take off and run, but it's a fly. I've killed him. I got fly traps up. You figure since there's 20 outside, they would die off. I like to sleep with my window open where I can get fresh air, but I can't do it. And Dexter, I'm 70 years plus. I just had a birthday right after Christmas. And I got a laptop, a HP laptop, and I gave the numbers out a while ago. And I got Prison Live Studio on that. All I do on that play solitaire and watch YouTubes, stuff like that, but I'm not a gaming person. If you know anything about the prison live studio, and every time I bring my laptop up and try to live stream, it says HDR not compatible. I guess that means that I gotta have a high definition resolution card. And like I was telling Cheto, I guess that's how you pronounce his name, from YouTube. I want to thank you all, but I just got on Twix today, figured out how to connect it to my iPhone. And like I say, I'm bored. And, you know, where I'm at, I got no grocery stores to walk to. I guess they got snow around Salem. If you look on the map and see Salem, Indiana, you know about where I'm talking about, which is west of Scottsburg. It'd be from Louisville, Kentucky. It'd be northwest, I think, of Louisville, Kentucky. The wind must be blowing, because I hear... Because NDOT in Indiana is Indiana State Highway Department. One of the drivers said that snow is blowing all over the place. But I live in a little hole in the ground. So the snow hit the high ground before it gets to me. So I live in a hole in the ground. But
60 here looks worse now than it did whenever I came with winter peak. I almost need to hit it again.
So back in, I think it was in the 90s, we had a heck of a snowstorm. It shut the interstates, it shut every road down. It was, with the snow drifts, you're looking at anywhere from 6 feet to 10 feet high. Your highway department, and nobody could get out to clean the snow off. I'm thinking maybe 98, but I'm not sure. I slept since then, but I was snowbound at the house with a good-looking girl. But that was years ago, so... And, you know... But, you know, when you ain't got nothing to do, you know, I watch a whole lot of TV. I watch CSI. I watch all 3 of them. And sometimes I watch JAG. I watch a whole lot of YouTube channels. And one YouTube channel I watch, because he lives, I think, in Clark County, Indiana, or maybe Ford County. His YouTube channel is for public safety on YouTube. Him and his girlfriend. They do videos on the corruption of Clark County, the ex-sheriff, and stuff like that. So, you know, I kind of like watching his
Smoke
videos.
all over the road, but I don't know if it's blowing across and sticking or not sticking. I don't know.
He don't know if it's sticking. He says blowing over the road. If you heard that in the
Over
background.
here, boys. I don't know what you all saying, but it's coming out of the clouds.
Well, I guess I could turn my TV on and see if it's snowing outside, but you know,
It's dusting and it blows away.
so I want to thank you, Dexter, as I've told Chato, I guess that's how you pronounce his name. If you want to donate, you know, a money order, post office money order, or gift card, you know, like the gas stations I got around me. I got Sunoco, Shell, Marathon, Casey's, you know, places like that. You can send it my name, 4375. That way I know it's a YouTuber or a Twitch. And you can send it my name, 4375, Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. You know, when you live on I love to go out and drive around, you know, show you some wrecks, house fires. But when you live on a fixed income, it's hard. You know, usually I put 20 or 25 in gas, and I try to get it last for a month. I buy about 88 pounds of dry cat food, which I get at Tractor Supply. They call it, I forget, it's in a white bag. I think they call it multiple cats. I do buy some canned cat food. I do buy tuna fish, because they like tuna fish. Even the outside cats get them. They get their cat food treats when they behave themselves. When my son, if he buys chicken from JC store / Kroger store, you know, they do get some chicken, or they get the fat off of it. And if you're a diabetic, you know about Ozempic. I take that. I weighed, before I started, about 250. And when I went to my sugar doctor on the 3rd, I'm down to 185.2 pounds. I went from the 44 around the waist down to 38. And the length on my pants is 30. I haven't shrunk any, so I'm still about 6'2", old man. I keep my hair short, because if you have your hair long, that means you're going to have to break down and buy your shampoo. I cut my own hair. Yeah, I'm okay, you know. I think I took my medicine. I take blood pressure medicine. I take metformin for sugar, you know, diabetic. And let's see, my sugar doctor put me on vitamin D, I think 3. I think it's vitamin D3 I don't know if it's 1,000 units or 3,000 units. I can't think of it off of my head. When I was a teenager, I would stay up all night, sleep. This time of year, when I was, a teenager living at mom's, I would open my window up at one end of the house and the other and put maybe 2 blankets on the bed, but I feel pretty good. As far as my sugar, to me, it's okay. I got to keep an eye on what I eat. I cut my sugar out. I cut out my salt, because high blood pressure is salt. I try to watch what I eat. I just have to be careful. Heck, back in my younger days, I used to drink alcohol. As Cheech and Chong would do, smoke marijuana, but I've been sober over 25 years, but when I quit drinking and smoking marijuana, my body started falling to pieces. My last heart attack was 2015, 14, somewhere. I spent a week in the hospital. I had a 40% blockage. Lucky I didn't have 60%. I think that's when they put those stents in. I feel pretty good. I like to go for a walk, but then if I go to a walk, since it's cold outside, I got to put a face mask on because that cold air caused me to have chest pains, and you thinking, well, you have chest pains, it's a heart attack. I had 4 heart attacks in probably the last 10, 15 years, but the last one I had, it put me in the hospital. I felt like I was dying. Anytime anybody's out there listening, if you have chest pains and your arm hurting, go to the hospital. Don't wait. That could be a sign of a heart attack or / stroke. Take care of your body. You only got one body. And also, don't drink and drive, because the cops around here will nail you. I guess cops will do it everywhere. And, I tell you a secret, if you drive a car, pick a truck or whatever, get your dash cam. Get your dash cam with GPS in it. And maybe it has another camera you can plug into it and have it in your back window. That dash cam will help you out. If you get one with a GPS, it'll have your speed, your location, and everything. It might save you a speeding ticket. You've seen people on YouTube and you heard of people, they got the green light. They get hit because then the other person said they have the green light. By having a dash cam, it'll save your rear end.
2004.
I got my socks on because when you got diabetes, your feet gets a little cold. So, I know Pepsi's not my sponsor, but I throw it out there because, people got diabetes. And I'm drinking Pepsi Zero Sugar. I got it in a glass, so I used to drink about 125 12-ounce cans of Pepsi a month. That's a whole lot of sugar in my body. So, you know, I had one doctor, well, before he took over that woman's place, because she passed away of cancer, he said, you got high blood pressure, you got diabetes. I said, what, how high is it? And I knew it wasn't high. And I said, your doctor is a quack. Maybe my A1C was a little high. But I got this woman doctor in Scottsburg, Indiana, which on a map on I-65, it'd be about the 29-mile marker, I believe. It's hard to remember. And she specialized in diabetes. She said, you're still in the safe range, but your A1C, when I started going to her, it was probably around a 6. And now my A1C is down to 5.2. You know, if I lost a leg because of diabetes, I probably would kill myself. I can't stay at home. I have to get out and maybe go to the grocery store where I can see people. You know, the cats, they can't talk human, but some animals, if you pay attention, can talk to, sound like humans sometimes. You have to pay attention to it. It's 1:40 a.m. my time. I just got a bedtime remember on my phone. But like I say, it'd be a while before I get anything from YouTube. I thought it was 50, but this lady who's a moderator on a YouTube channel, she should know because she's been on YouTube for a while. She said 1,000 people, 1,000 subscribers, but I swear I read 50 somewhere on YouTube. And so many views. Or maybe she meant 1,000 views instead of subscribers. I don't know. I have to go back and look at her email. Because the way my brain works, I got to read it probably 3 to 20 times before it soaks into this old man's brain. I don't have my teeth in. I hope you all doing good. Dexter, I don't know where you're at, what state or country you're in. And, I want to thank you all who's watching. So I guess I'm going to have to download, I don't know if I got Twitch on my computer, but I know I got it in my laptop on my Prism Live Studio, but I can't use it because I don't what it says HDR not compatible. Like I say, I'm an idiot when it comes to laptops. It's not big as a desktop computer. That was one of, that's not one of my first computer was a Commodore 64 with my first computer I had. Then I got me a Dell computer, a big hard drive, a lot of memory, I guess you call it RAM, and a good graphics card. But I don't have that desktop. I guess I gave it to one of my kids. I can't remember. But, I can go to Best Buy or I can look on Amazon. I don't understand what they're talking about anyway. I don't know what a graphic card I'm supposed to get. I know it says something about N something, which I don't know if it's a graphics card. And if I go to Best Buy and ask him, or Walmart, or Sam's, they don't make any money unless they sell you a computer. So I don't know nothing about computer. I'd rather live stream on my computer. 'Cause that way, if I'm out and not live streaming on my cell phone, I could take a picture of a car wreck or something like that. But now, since I got that phone bracket where I can set my phone and turn it horizontal, I can, live stream if, like that. So that, would be pretty good. Which, I'm being honest. God will strike me down if I'm lying. Plus, my dad and mom are coming back from the grave. That's one thing my dad had taught me. And Dexter, I don't know if you know anything about Masons, which the Shriners is part of Mason. My dad was a Mason of Lodge 226 in Charlestown. My mom was an Eastern Star. That's the wives of the Mason. She was what they call the grand organist for the state of Indiana. She taught piano lessons. She taught organ lessons. But when you was in school and the only day you got to sleep was Saturdays, and your bedroom was above the piano organ, forget about sleeping late on Saturday, especially when you had a bad night out drinking. But, I'm okay. I don't have my teeth in. I wore my teeth probably for a year. That's okay, but one day I will get me some new teeth. I got insurance to cover it where I don't have to pay anything, but when you get false teeth, I seen my a-hole brother and my mom put the teeth in. They didn't have to use that, I call it crazy glue, but when I used mine, I had to use that glue. See, I think that's Clark County Sheriff's Department.
By the Armory on Shelby Street. Is there anything else you guys need me to go?
So, like I said, I do watch a whole lot of YouTube. What else is there to do? I do clean my cat boxes out, which what I use for cat litter. If you look on Tractor Supply, they got like horse pellets in a green bag. I think it's for horses to sleep on, but I watched a YouTube years ago where this lady using the horse pellets for cat litter. And them horse pellets smells like pine. But to get a cat to use it, if they use the cat litter, you put those pellets in there, then you sprinkle that cat litter in it, then they start using it. You still have to clean out number 2, but it don't smell as bad as cat litter, that regular cat litter. You know, I know there's other soft drinks out there. I've drank them in my past. Start drinking Pepsi when I got to the point, diabetes, but it's not bad. I tried diet soft drink. Nope, I couldn't stand the sight of it. But thank God that Pepsi came out with Pepsi Zero Sugar. I can't tell the difference between Pepsi Zero or the regular Pepsi. And I got to go back to the eye doctor. I got to wait to get a text. Me and my son got to go to Clarksville, Indiana one day next week, pick our eyeglasses up. Because we went Wednesday of this week. His glasses cost him money. Mine, my insurance paid, but, he got the scratch resistant added to it. He got the, I guess you call it a gray tint. That's $400 I didn't have, but I probably get this wrong. Glaucoma or something like that, where you start getting things over your eye, you got to have operations where they can fix it. But the eye doctor did upgrade the prescription of it a little bit higher. But since I have diabetes, it does mess your eyes up. So, hey, I gotta look at something. Next time I turn my TV on, I go to the store on there and see if they got Twitch on it. Then I can watch Twitch. I never thought of that, I don't do Twitter on my TV. I do YouTube. I can watch it bigger. It's better for my eyes. But the chat, I can't read that good. So I had to look at the chat on my laptop. But I got my phone maybe 12, 15 inches away from my phone. Sometimes Chato, I guess it's, or Chato. Sometimes I got good days. Other days, I got bad days. Every once in a while, I get up and walk to the outhouse just to get some exercise. Or I walk to the kitchen and find something to snack on. Usually Sundays, I eat some donuts. I forgot to get any, donuts. But Dad, I try to do the same thing he used to do. It's, I guess, cinnamon rolls. I didn't get that this week. I guess the next time I go to the grocery store, I buy four rolls of it. I like cinnamon rolls. They don't taste bad. You got the white icing you put on it. It tastes real good. I do eat some vanilla and chocolate, but I'm not too much on strawberry. I got the combination of 3 of them. I don't know, last Sunday, I guess. Or no, I got it on the 1st. But I saw chocolate. I didn't see the vanilla and strawberry, but I eat it, because I like to. But if you got diabetes, take care of yourself. There's one video, Chacho, if you look at it, that was 3 years ago, maybe longer. It was on my 92 Ford Ranger. I asked for a donation of $3,000. Everybody can disregard that video. Because I traded that 92 Ford Ranger and a John Deere tractor and the last, $1,400. We got a stimulus check on this 2011 Toyota. But I do miss a pickup truck because you always need your pickup truck to haul something. But like the Lotto, the Powerball, Mega Million, or Indiana Lotto, I might spend $2 to $4 a month. Sometimes I might win a free ticket, which is $2, but nothing big. I think I done a video and show you the outside of my house. I think maybe you would classify it as a tiny house. What are you doing? What, Margaret? What, baby? What? Is that past your bedtime? You telling Daddy to go to bed? You keep an eye on dear old Daddy? Well, since you're young, I will stay out of trouble. I'm probably old enough to be your grandpa. And you probably heard that from your mom and dad. I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead chicken. Don't drink alcohol. Stay away from drugs. I was classified as a teenage alcoholic and a drug addict. I've been sober 25 plus years from drugs and alcohol. Be polite. Like I only got one son. He's 37. I've taught my kids, be polite, respect people. Because if you want to be treated nice, they will treat you nice. So you try to be nice to the people. I know there's people out there that will try to spam you or try to get money off of you. You do have homeless people. If they're hungry, you said, well, instead of giving them money for alcohol, say, let me take you over here to McDonald's or Burger King and buy you some food. Just be careful. People will try to screw you, period, in life. And I guess, are you a male or a female? If, there's women, I said, if you're a male, be careful of them. They lie to you. Maybe 60% of them, But try to be honest. Because, maybe go to church every once in a while. If you can't go to church, I know you got a TV that you can watch, and you can watch whatever religion you are. And somebody said, let's go out and take this drug. No, because it could kill you. Say no to drugs. Don't drink and drive. If you smoke cigarettes, stop smoking. I started smoking cigarettes at 12 years old. I started drinking alcohol at 12 years old. I started smoking marijuana at 12 years old. I started taking blotter acid at 12 years old. And I've done some other things. But I know they had hard drugs, and I don't like needles. There's some people that sniff glue or sniff paint. I tell you, I used to sniff glue. That could cause some of the problems I had up there. So, just be truthful. Save your money. If you're at the age you can work, put the money in the bank. Get your debit card. Stay away from credit cards. It'll put you in the hole and nobody's business. And if you got like a cell phone, you can go to Credit Karma, I think it is, download the app. That way you can see how your credit is. But as my dad and mom and grandpa and grandma always tell me, pay your bills first. If you got car insurance, pay that. If you got rent, pay that. Pay your bills first. Don't get no credit cards. I've never had a credit card. I always had a debit card. If you ain't got the money in your checking account, you can't spend it. And if you, a man or a lady, Cheto, I guess maybe that could be a man's name or a woman's name. I'm taking it maybe a Mexican name. So I got some Mexican nieces. See, one of my nieces, I said she's the baby. She's over in London, UK, with her older sister living in the UK since her mom passed away. But save your money. I don't know how old you are. I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead chicken. Your mom and dad probably taught you right from wrong. No going in and robbing grocery stores. Stay away from drugs. Because up the road in Scott County, Indiana, they arrest you. And they don't play with your crap. You get jail time. I mean, you get prison time. They don't mess with you. Even if that's the first time you've been arrested for drugs. You're going to spend 5 years or more in prison for drugs. Because drugs will screw you up. And like I say, if you go out with your mate and you two get together and you're on drugs or alcohol, you're going to pass it in to your baby, or, stay away from drugs. Don't get arrested. If you're old enough, you might want to go in the Army. It depends where you're from. You might want to, if you're here in the United States, you might want to join the Army or the Marine Corps, Air Force, Navy. Get you some training, get into a field. If you're computer smart, you might want to get into programming. Or if you can stand blood, you might want to be a nurse or EMT/paramedic. It depends what you want to do. Like I say, I don't know if you're a he or she. You haven't let me know. But if you're a lady, watch them boys out there. They got one thing on their mind. They want to put another notch on their gun. Remember, your mom and dad was young. They know every trick in the book, 'cause remember, they was your age. Do not drink and drive, 'cause they'll nail you. If you go on the internet, I don't know when it was, there was a school bus of kids somewhere in Kentucky that got killed by a drunk driver. If you're a teenager, you can help cut your mom's grass or your grandpa's grass. You can earn money. Back when I was, in school, got my driver's license, you won't believe it. Gasoline was 15 to 25 cents a gallon. And it was better gas back there then than what they got now. Stay out of trouble. Say no to drugs. And like I say, I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you're a guy or a woman. I would wait until you're 28 to get married. And try to do everything legal, but there's somebody out there that's going to dare you to do it. No, because one day you might decide you want to be the President of the United States. And they bring up all kinds of stuff. Or you might want to be a police officer in your state, wherever you live, like I say. But, keep your nose clean, save your money. If you're in school, stay in school, get your education. That's where I made my mistake. I stayed out of school 2 years, went in the service, came back out, went back to school. But I had enough credits back there then to graduate. But I didn't study hard enough. I could have made more out of myself if I studied harder in school. What I see what the world looks like now, if I study hard, maybe I could have been a lawyer. I don't think I was smart enough to be a doctor. I didn't like blood and guts, like that. So I could probably study to be a doctor. A lawyer. And look around you. I don't know how young, you said a young person. So look around you. See what kind of jobs that people getting laid off from. You can work anywhere and get laid off. You might want to be a nurse. You know, nurses don't get laid off. They either retire or die. Or a doctor. That's 8+ years of school. You know, look for the future. You know, just look around you. You see the jobs that's around us right now. And you see people getting laid off. So, you know, look at that and see, you know, the only way a lawyer gets laid off if he does something illegal, the Bar Association take their law license away. But if you're a good lawyer, man or woman, you can make good money. There's good money out there to being a lawyer. And if you're real good at your job, you can make $500 to $1,000 an hour. It depends how good you are and what field you're going in. So, you know, look around you. You see what's going on around you. You see homeless people. And how can you help a homeless person? If you can spare them, you, like I say, you can take them to McDonald's, buy them something to eat, or buy them a pair of socks. Or if you live someplace where you got a garden, you can make a garden. You can plant tomatoes. And you can plant corn, radishes, jalapenos, stuff like that. You can plant them and give it to some homeless people. Or you can start a little thing in your neighborhood to help the homeless people. But there is people out there that will take advantage of you. They also, well, give me money for this and that. Said, I'm hungry. I said, well, I take you over here to McDonald's or Burger King. And they said, no, I'd rather have, that means, you know, maybe it's a spam or scam. Sorry for that. So just look around you. And like I say, if you're a guy, you want to leave the girls alone. Get your education, go to college. And if you're a girl, don't get pregnant. You know, wait until you're 28. Get your education, you know, go in a certain field. You know, I'm a dummy. You know, people told me stuff like that, but when I was in school, my school grades wasn't that good. You know, D, C, D+, C+, and a few F's, maybe 1 or 2 A's. But I had some smart kids in school. You ask them to help you, they act like they didn't know you. I wasn't raised that way by my dad or mom. They raised me to help people out. If it wasn't for this guy, we're good friends. His name was Ernie. If I didn't have him, I probably never made it out of high school. But, you know, he's on Facebook. So, I want to thank him. So, you know, get your education. Look what you want to do. Look at the jobs and where you're at. You know, see who getting laid off. You know, I say you're smart enough to be a lawyer. If you live in the United States, you can look up the law in the state that you live in. You can learn a little bit about the law that way. And if you're under 18 and you live in the United States, I don't know what it is in countries, is you have the right to remain silent. Remember that. No police officer has the right, even if they pull you over when you're driving in a car, they have no right to ask you any questions about your parent or your legal guardian. You know, they might get a little PO with it. So, you know, always record your conversations, you know, to be on the safe side. But if you're at the dating age, you got plenty of time to date. You said young, but I don't know how young, and don't know if you're a young boy or a young girl. Like I say, if you're a young girl, leave the boys alone. They only got one thing. They want to put a notch on their gun. Remember, your mom and dad were young. They know every trick in the book. If you're a girl, you say, Mom, Dad, I'm going over to spend the night with so-and-so. Just remember, Mom and Dad young. And if you're a young guy, when, you know, like I say, I started drinking young. And, you know, alcohol can kill you or somebody else. You can get what they call alcohol poison. Leave the drugs alone. I've lost a few friends to drugs. I lost a few girlfriends to drugs. I'm against drugs. But, you know, go to church. Your mom and dad, you might get mad at your mom and dad. Just remember, they were young, but you only got one mom and dad or grandparents. Always tell them before you leave to go to school or go to work, you love them, because you never know. You could get in a car wreck or they could die. Or if your parents leave to work, tell them you love them. Give them a big hug. You know, you don't know what'll happen. I would say to go to church, whatever religion you want to go. You know, you got all kinds of religion. You got Jehovah's Witness, you got the Mormons, you got the Christians, you got the Baptists, you got the Amish. You know, you have to believe in your heart. Or, you know, get your Bible. You probably got a Bible around the house. That'll get you started a little bit. But I stress out, no drugs, no alcohol. No smoking cigarettes, because you probably say, I won't get lung cancer. You can even get lung cancer by secondhand smoke. You know, I grew up in the 60s. You can look up Woodstock, the first Woodstock, with Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, all those people. I left school and a bunch of us went to Woodstock. And the principal of the school called my dad, wanted to know where I was. I said, well, guess he went and gave, because I used to sell my blood to get extra money to buy alcohol. So, you know, say no to drugs, because it could be one of your friends. You know, I tried, because, you know, I was stupid when I was a teenager. I went out drinking and driving. You can't do that anymore. I've done drugs. Lucky I haven't died myself. I had some good friends that died for drugs. I lost a girlfriend that was in, when I first bought my house, I had to move in. And she was in her 50s. She's into that spice. You just have to be careful. You can get you a Bible. You can go wherever you can go. I don't think they have something, maybe a bookstore. Get you a Bible. You start reading it. Or, that. You got church on TV. Or you could start up a group of people to help some homeless people out there. If you're in school, your kids in school can, thank you, Cheeto, that subscribe to my channel. God bless you, my friend. If you're in school, your kids can get together, boys and girls, because you probably got homeless people in your area. Your kids can get together and raise funds, maybe since it's wintertime where I'm at in Indiana, you can maybe buy some clothes or buy them some food, or cookies or some healthy food. Your kids is young. God wants you to help people. God wants you to stay straight. Stay out of trouble, because God's going to have something planned for you. It might take a while, but if you believe in God, I know people that go to church every Sunday. And one of them is my blankety-blank dumb brother. He believed in God when he went to church. As soon as he walked out them church door, the devil took him over. My brother has screwed me. I didn't think family would screw over you. My brother did. He didn't go by mom and dad's will, because who can afford it has to buy the other person out. He failed to do that. When I was in elementary school back in the 50s and 60s, we used to get silver dollars for every semester for not missing any days of school. That second semester, if you didn't miss any days, you get a silver dollar. If you didn't miss any days a whole year, was a silver dollar. So I tell you, I had 18 of them. I didn't miss any days from 1st through the 6th grade. I don't think I got any for kindergarten. I don't think I did. But I gave them to my dad. He put them in a safety deposit box at the bank. I start collecting Kennedy silver dollars. I had 2 rows of them. And Mercury dimes and all that. 2 gold bars. Well, I'll put it that way. My dumb brother, he had the same name as my dad, but the only difference between dad and my brother had a W. And I had life insurance that mom and dad left me at the State Farm in Charlestown, which that agent's name was Del Robinson. I went there to pick up my money. And Dale Robinson flat told me, can't talk about it. I said, Dale, I come to pick my life and my checkup that's made in my name that Mom and Dad left me. So can't talk about it. So I canceled my car insurance where I went maybe 10 blocks and got me some more car insurance and canceled his. But, that's forgery, But like I said, stay in school. Say no to drugs. I say if you're a teenager in school, see if your school got mad. Mothers against drunk drivers. And, I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead chicken. When it comes to drugs and alcohol, you can get alcohol poison. You don't know what they put in those pills or marijuana cigarettes. You don't know what they put in it. So I would say no to drugs. And take care of your body. Eat the right food. Get your exercise. Like I say, if you live in the United States, you might want to go into the military. And they give you some tests to see what you're qualified, unless you want to go into a certain field. Say maybe you want to be a police officer. You can see if the Army then got opens for MP, which MP does go to the FBI Academy. So if that's what you want to do, if you can stand blood and you do good in biology and science, you might want to be a doctor. That takes, I think, 8 years or more. It depends if you go in a certain field. My nose is itching. That means I must going to have company. So if you're a dating age, boy or girl, wait to do your thing. And if you're a girl, I said, young girl, the guy wants to put another notch on his gun. They might say, oh, come on, I love you very much. That's not always true. Remember, you can talk to your mom and dad because they was your age once. They know everything, so I gotta look at my laptop, see who's on my lap. Blackie, I've told you not to lay there. I can't get up. You lay there until I have to move. I'll be glad when I get my glasses. That's it's 2:25 Eastern Standard Time, which, Indiana time, California time, there's 3 hours difference. So I want to thank you, chat, I guess you call it CHA, Chat Toe. That's a new one on me. I've never heard that name before. If you want to watch YouTube, oh boy, I got a little dizzy. I got up too quick. Oh, I know my sugar's okay. I checked it before I went live, so I know that's okay. And you can go to RD on the Scene. He's in Bakersfield, California. He has another one. It's mostly family. It's called Kern County Crime Watcher. It's him, Aiden's wife is Roger's daughter. Sometimes it's his baby daughter. Well, she's not a baby. I think she's 19. And you got A1 Media. He's in around Bakersfield. You got Bravo Media. He's in Bakerfield. He's on right now, I believe. And you got White T-Shirt Media. There's a couple more, but this one, I was watching him, then some of the things he liked, I didn't agree, but, you know, you got a bunch of YouTube videos. If you like to watch, there's this one on YouTube called Live Patrol. I forget what state it's in. It's run by the sheriff's department of that state. You know, sometimes them deputies hands out gift cards maybe to a few homeless people or this and that. But you be polite to a police officer, they be polite to you. You be a a-hole, bye-bye, because they going to be a-hole to you. So try to respect people. If you're a young guy, open the door for a lady. Say, if you're going in a fast food restaurant or a dollar store or a grocery store, well, they usually got automatic doors, except, well, the JC store in Charleston and Scottsburg got them, but like a dollar store or something, open the door. Be, you know, if you're a young guy. And if you're a young lady, thank the young man for doing it, because, you know, some of us don't get thank you. Or I know your mom and dad probably taught you, if you walk in front of somebody in the grocery store, excuse me. Because God will reward you someday, because He has plans for both of us. You know, I don't know what time where you're at, but so sometimes I'm on early, 2 hours and 2 minutes. I think that's the longest I've ever been on. But I'm trying to get more people. And like I say, if you got a job, put your money in a checking account. Stay away from credit cards. That'll put you more in debt than anything. Those people owe thousands and thousands of dollars and still ain't paying it off. So if you're old enough to get your checking account, you need to get a debit card. If you ain't got the money in the bank, you can't use your debit card. Pay your bills off first. And once money you got left, you might say, do I need this? Do I, you know, those things I like, you know. You heard me talk about a new laptop I can't afford, plus I wouldn't know what I'm looking at, you know. As you know, I'm running prison on my cell phone. If you watch RD on the Scene, or Kern County, or A1 Media, they run in prison live studio. And to run live stream on a computer using Prism, the problem I'm having, since I don't know nothing about computers, it says HDR not compatible. So that means I don't have a high definition resolution card. So, because you see one video I've done this week, it lags, it stops, you know, because I was trying Twitter and YouTube. It just, you know, like I said, I don't know nothing. If you know someone out there that wants to help me out on the computer, that knows what I'm talking about, because I don't know what I need. I'm 70 plus years old, and this how I get my time, to pass my time. I want to thank you for asking if I'm okay. Well, I got nothing to do. When it's cold outside, it's hard to walk, and you see some videos of my outside babies. I got what they call babies, that the mother had her second litter in the summer. They're babies. And you see some where I was going live, going out to the car, and I opened the door, here come the stampede in. But they're like my kids. That's what keeps me going, is my cats. So I want to thank you for asking. God will reward you for it. Since you young, you probably can't, but you might know somebody that can help me out on the laptop. That I was told I need a gaming computer, which I don't know the difference between the computer I got and the gaming computer, I guess, because of the graphics card, I guess. But I'm not a gamer. The only game I play on my computer is solitaire. But I love to use my live stream on my computer. That way I can do more. Like I can show you if I'm out walking and I come up on a wreck, I can take a picture of it. I can show it on my YouTube channel. But I can't do it on my laptop. So, I'm asking anybody, for your help, but if you can't afford it, it's okay. God will send the right person to me. And they get ordered from Amazon if you know what you're doing. I sure don't. And I guess I have to have a HDR graphics card and the memory, and I don't want to know if laptop comes with hard drives anymore, because mine is five years old, maybe 6, somewhere like that. And if anybody out there is listening to me, if you want me to do more live videos in my car, we got a whole lot of country roads around me. I can show you shortcuts if, you was in this area. Because I'm learning, thanks to one of my neighbors, I wouldn't know the shortcuts. Sometimes you have to take a shortcut to get somewhere because of a car wreck. And the gas stations we have around here is Sunoco, Marathon, Shell, Casey's, and like if you got a PetSmart there, look up a big bag of cat food, like Meow Mix. That way I can go to PetSmart. It's in Jezreelville, Indiana, and Clarksville, Indiana. If you want to send money, do that in a money order, or I'd rather have a post office money order, because, the banks have no problem, because a money order you get from somewhere, I don't know where you get them anymore, because any time that I got a money order, I went to the post office, because it's no problem cashing them. And I pay my bills. That's another thing. Chetar, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, is you might have a checking account and might pay bills. I tell you one thing bad about that I've never mentioned. Say you're going to pay an electric bill or a gas bill. It has your routing number. It has your account number. It has your name and address on it. You know, that's how they steal IDs, so... And sometimes when you cash a check somewhere, they want your driver's license number. So that's how they steal IDs. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that earlier. So if you're going to pay a bill through the mail, you pay it with a post office money order. And anybody who sends gift cards, you know, put it in, I know you put it in an envelope, but like you're writing a letter, and put it in like a letter. That way they won't see the numbers and stuff on it. If you send, say, like I say, I don't know what the post office, how you can spend $500. If you get a post office money order and send it, I would put it in a savings account. Make it an escrow account. Just like when I make a house payment to my government people. Some of it goes in the escrow account. Some of it pays on the house. So I put it in there and do it that way. You put a note in there that says, well, here's, say, $400, which I don't know what the limit is on the post office money order. Maybe it's $400. I don't know. You have to check on it. And, 70 plus years old, I'm glad I wake up every morning. I thank God for waking up every morning. Young person, I would thank God that you wake up every morning. 'Cause you could die in your sleep. You can die in a car wreck. You can die in a house fire. If you live in the United States, get you some smoke detectors. Get you those carbon detectors, check carbon dioxide in your house. Be polite. If you got a Bible, sit down there and read it. There's probably a church group that'll help you study the Bible. There's probably church groups. Or, you can ask church people. Like I say, you got all kinds of church groups. You got Jehovah's Witness, the Mormons, the Amish, the Christians, the Baptists, the Catholics. There's always somebody to help you. If you're young, you know right from wrong. Your parents try to teach you. If somebody's trying to get you to drink alcohol, you don't know what they put in that alcohol. They could put something to knock you out, take advantage of you. Just wait to get married 28. Go to college. Make something out of your life. If you're in school, since you said you're young, I said you're probably in school. You might want to talk to the other kids in your group. and say, can we start some kind of group up to help the homeless people, maybe, fix them some food, take it to them, stuff like that, Your kids are smart because you know how to play with the iPhone. I'm still learning about it, and I had it maybe 6 months. I'm still learning about the iPhone, but for the money, I like it better than I did my Android phone. So I want to thank that lady at the cellular phone place for, having me switched over to the iPhone. But it was a learning curve for an old man. But like I say, I don't know nothing about computers. You can go into programming, be a computer programmer. Computers going to be around a long time. If you're good at your doing, can really write a program, you can be good. If you're a really good programmer, you probably going to work for the SBI or the government, on stuff. It depends how good you are. So I want to thank you all. I'm getting a little tired. So thank you for subscribing on YouTube. And God bless you. But like I said, keep your nose clean. I'm probably old enough to be your grandpa. Your mom and dad was young at one time. They know every trick in the book that the boy or the girl's gonna do. They know about spending the night over at so-and-so's house or this and that. Also, do not text and drive, because if you look and, some of these phones, you can get an app that you're driving, don't answer your phone while you're driving. Or if you get a text, don't answer it while you're driving. Because it all takes that 1 second for you to veer to your left or to your right. If you got somebody in there with you, you kill them, they're going to charge you a vehicular homicide or manslaughter. That'll screw your life. So, people, to make a donation, since I ain't got enough subscribers and not enough people viewing YouTube, but I just read, I thought it said 50, but I guess I did go a little bit farther, so, pass it on to your friends. I'm here anytime. Like I say, I'm 70 plus years old. What the heck is an old man going to do? I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I do drink Pepsi Zero Sugar. I want to throw that out as an unpaid sponsor because I got diabetes. So you ought to take care of yourself. But to make a donation, Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. The reason I put 4375 because I know it comes from a YouTuber or somewhere on Twitch. That tells me where it came from. And just, kids, keep your nose clean. You know what's right and wrong. They gonna dare you to do something. Just, that's good advice. I know you might not listen to your mom and dad. They was teenagers once. If your grandma and grandpa was alive, ask them about your mom and dad. You'll probably find things out that they done that'll probably surprise you. I found out things about my dad after he passed away. I said, no, you're lying. My dad wouldn't drive down the sidewalk. I guess that would be a Model T, a Model A, whatever it was back in those days. And I didn't know he even drank. So, ask him, because your parents knows everything. Keep your nose clean. Say no to drugs and alcohol. And if you're a girl, all boy wants to do put a notch on their gun. Stay in school, get your education. Wait until you're 28 before you get married or before you play house, Get your education out of the way. So I want to say goodbye to all you that check in tonight. You should get a notification. I don't know how Twix, or however you call it. I don't know how, but I guess Dexter found out I was going live or maybe got live. No, I don't know. I'm new on that site. I don't know too much about it, so... Cheto, that sounds like a woman's name, a girl's name. Cheto. Maybe that is. I don't know. Until you tell me, I don't want to insult you. So, you have a good day. Stay out of trouble. Get your education. If you're a girl, stay away from the boys. You too young, because you have a kid at a young age. That's going to screw your life up. Say, I don't believe in abortion unless it's rape and you got a police report and went to the doctor. The life of the mother or incest. So, but say if you was a girl, you got pregnant, give it up for adoption. Those people out there that can't have babies, you make some family happy if you give it up for adoption. If it wasn't for my mom, my dad, my brother, me, and my sister, we all got adopted from different families. Because my adopted mom couldn't have kids, so, you will help out a whole lot of people. Because to me, those three categories is when it was okay with me. Because girls goes out there and walks the street and get pregnant and have an abortion. No, give that baby up for adoption. Because there's somebody out there could use a baby daughter, a baby son, or, like that. That's something to think of. But here's another thing the doctors don't tell you about abortion. I had a girlfriend, I broke up, we didn't play house or anything. She got pregnant by somebody else, had an abortion. But that was her right, because it's really her body. But the father should have say-so in it. But she met a guy, fell in love with him, got married, found out she couldn't have any kids. Because I mentioned something like that to her back a long time ago. She's probably, I'd say maybe 50s, maybe older. So that's something to think of. Because the doctor or whoever done the abortion probably didn't know what they was doing and screwed something up. So think about giving a baby up for adoption, because that baby that you carry in your stomach is one of God's children. You hurt God when you have an abortion. So think about giving it up for adoption. Just like my kitty cats, I treat them as my own kid. They get treated better than what my kid does now. So I would say God bless you. I always like this one. John 3:16. For God's, I forget how it goes, but it was drilled into me. But I want to thank you all who had subscribed on YouTube. I don't know what Twitch, if you subscribe to them, does that go to YouTube? Like I say, I'm new at this type of deal. So God bless you. Keep your all's nose clean. Drive safe. Say no to drugs. God wants you to help people. So God bless you. God will reward you someday. It takes time, but don't give up. Keep praying. God will help you. So I'll see you later. So